Y'all, I almost messed up this pork I cooked today. So this was the first time I had ever cooked pork in my life. So I have no idea how to tell when it's ready besides when I have a thermometer. But what I didn't realize was when I put my thermometer in, I had it at an angle. Luckily, it came out great and I was able to make this meal, so I'm going to show y'all how I did that. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees, and in the meantime, you'll make the asparagus salad. Not gonna lie, I feel like it doesn't look the best, but it tastes so good. I'm definitely gonna have to remake this. A helpful tip I learned when cutting asparagus is to snap off the ends, and this gives you a good cutting point. The reason for that is because the ends are more woody, so they don't taste as good as the rest of the asparagus. And you're gonna cut the asparagus into 3 pieces at a slight angle. We're gonna cook the asparagus for a little bit, so turn your pan to medium heat and let the oil warm up. In the meantime, rinse and dry a can of cannellini beans. When your pan's HOTTOGO, add your asparagus in and cook for about 5 minutes. Also, ignore the oil like spilling everywhere. It's just because my asparagus were too wet from rinsing them, so don't do that, let them dry. To a large container, I added a jar of pesto. For me, I honestly felt like that was a lot, so you might want to start off with half a jar and then work your way up from there. Then you'll add in 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I think this is what makes it so good. And then an optional tablespoon of olive oil. And lastly, a teaspoon of salt and pepper. Mix everything up and add your asparagus and cannellini beans. The beans are a little fragile, so I would recommend folding in everything. Get your pork and pat it dry. For me, I used about 2.5 pounds. Also, I don't know if it's just me, but low-key raw meat freaks me out. Like, I feel like I can feel the real-life animal through it. So maybe I should be vegan, but not today. For seasonings, we're keeping it simple, a tablespoon of dry mustard, salt, and pepper. Massage that so it's on there evenly. To a hot pan with oil, sear each side of the pork. Don't worry about cooking it right now because we're going to be putting it into the oven. A helpful thing I like to do with searing is just kind of move the pieces back and forward because I feel like that helps it get more even. After you're done searing, put it in the oven, and I cooked mine to 160, but you could do it to your preference. When it's done, put a foil tent over it and let it rest for 10 minutes. Cut the pork to your preferred thickness and serve with the side of asparagus salad you made earlier and sprinkle some feta cheese on top of that. If you guys have any questions about the recipe, let me know in the comments, but thanks for watching!